Alright, so this is a little bit of a review slash, I mean, I don't know if you can really review this game, but should you play Multiversus? Is it good? I already recorded this video, but I went on a 20-minute yapping spree, so I'm going to try to keep it closer to 10 minutes, but, you know, no promises, because there's a lot of confusing stuff about this game. So we're just going to get straight into it. The three main problems I have with this game are grind, balance, and the third category we're going to go into is question mark, because that's how this can be described. This game can only be described with a question mark, some of the things in this game. So, we're going to start with the grind. A lot of people have been fooled by what happens when you start the game. So, when you start the game, you get an insane amount of fighter currency, which is how you unlock characters. I have about 4.8 thousand fighter currency. And I got most of that within the first hour of me playing the game. If you don't know, it costs 3,000 to unlock a character, or 6,000 for the new character, Joker. So, it costs a decent amount. And you get over 3,000 within like the first hour, maybe 2 hours of you playing. And a lot of people are being fooled by that. They're thinking that that means you get a generous amount of character points. Well, I'm here to tell you, I put about 5 hours into the game yesterday, and I can tell you that I got, within the first hour or two of me playing, I got about 4.8 thousand currency. By the end of my 5-hour playthrough, I have not even cracked 5,000 currency. I've gotten less than 100 currency in the time that I've played. Maybe a little more than 100, maybe. But I have not cracked 5,000 yet. So, yeah, a lot of people are being fooled by the generous amount of currency they give you right at the start. Because I can tell you right now, it does not carry through. Literally, if you would just play a few more hours, you would see that the grind is there. There is a grind. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the grind. I just gotta say that. If you don't know, when you play this game, you have like 5 characters unlocked, and you gotta buy like the other 20 plus. Meaning, and if you don't know, you can buy the characters with real money. It's $10 per character. But I wouldn't really call it pay to win, because there is no pack to buy all the characters. You straight up have to buy each character separately for $10, meaning it costs over $200. And I don't really think that's pay to win, simply because think about the amount of people that are going to spend $200 on this game. Most people, if they put money into the game, they're going to buy 1 to 2 characters. So, yeah, the grind is just bad so far. Like I said, I put 5 hours into the game. I only have enough for 1 character, and I don't even have enough for the Joker, because he costs double the amount of 1 character. Which doesn't make any sense to me. Just because he's new, why should he cost double the amount? Because you still have to unlock all the other characters. And I can confirm, out of my experience with the beta, that I had an easier time unlocking characters in the beta. A lot of the characters that I have from the beta, like LeBron, for example. I got LeBron from the beta. I believe I also bought Gizmo, but I never played him. I just bought him because he was new. But that's what I'm saying. I was literally able to buy characters that I had no intention of playing in the beta. But I could not see myself doing that in the full version of this game. I genuinely cannot see myself doing that. It's too valuable to just go spending your currency. So, yeah. Not a fan of the grind. That's a big negative. We're going to get into the next one, which is balance. Now, balance is more of an opinion-based thing because I'm not no expert on Smash games. I don't even own a Nintendo Switch, and I hate Brawlhalla, and I did not like Nick All-Star Brawl that much. So I am the last person who want to ask about taking a Smash game seriously. But what I can say is that, and it could be because Shaggy is one of the free characters you get right at the very start. But my mortal enemy is Shaggy. He is disgustingly broken, and I genuinely don't know how you're supposed to beat him, especially with a character like Jason. And what's funny is Shaggy and Jason feel like the exact same character, except Shaggy has one projectile. Jason and Shaggy both have kind of like a ground pound move, and they both have like an up punch, but everyone has that. And they also both have a side special that moves them halfway across the screen. But Jason's side special only hits once right at the start. Shaggy's side special hits the entire time he's moving. And if you try to interrupt him, you're just going to get smacked. So Shaggy just feels insanely broken because he can also power up all of these moves. And meanwhile, Jason, I would argue, is kind of bad because he's slow, he's big. You know, there's another character who's big and kind of slow, which is Superman, but guess what? He has a bunch of armor. And I know Shaggy had armor in the beta as well, but I'm not too sure if he still has that armor. Jason has no armor, and he's built like a tank. So, yeah.
1 minute remaining.
He technically has armor, but it's really annoying to get it, so whatever. It's not really the same thing. But that's just one of the characters that I thought were insanely broken. Here's the thing. Like I said, I played for like 5 hours yesterday. I have not fought a Black Adam. I have not fought a Gizmo. I have not fought a Marvin the Martian, whatever his name is. I have not fought a Garnet. I have not fought a Tom and Jerry. I have not fought Rick. I have not fought... I'm trying to remember who else is in this game. I have not fought the Joker. All those characters I have not fought once in my entire playthrough of playing this game. And I was playing online for the majority of the time, I should say. I played single player for about an hour, and the rest of the time was me playing online. And all those characters I just named, I haven't seen once. I've seen Marvin the Martian, but he was AI, so I don't really think that counts. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, it is totally possible that these characters aren't being played because they, you have to unlock them. But with that being said, you have to unlock the other half of the roster as well. And I've seen plenty of them. I've seen plenty of the other side of the roster, especially Shaggy, but that might be because he's free. I literally, genuinely haven't seen any of those characters that I mentioned online. So, that makes me think there's a balance problem. Not only is there a grinding problem, because you have to grind those characters, but it feels like... I don't know. The only character that I can understand not seeing is the Joker, because he's so expensive. But other than that, all those other characters I haven't seen a single one of. So, but believe me, I fought plenty of Finns, I fought plenty of Shaggies, I fought plenty of Steven Universes. So, and personally, I feel like Shaggy and Steven especially are very broken. And same with Bugs Bunny, I fought plenty of Bugs Bunnies too. And yeah, I fought a ton of them. So, and you have to unlock all those characters besides Shaggy. So, it just seems like a balance problem. I don't know. Like, I forgot Tom and Jerry was even in this game. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Velma. I haven't seen a Velma either. I just saw her on the thing. Balance seems like a huge issue. It really does. I'm not going to count Banana Guard because you get him for free tomorrow, aka today. So, now you can play as Banana Guard. You couldn't really play as Banana Guard yesterday. Yeah. Overall. Oh yeah, no, I saw LeBron. Oh, Rhine Dog. I haven't seen a single Rhine Dog either. Yeah, I haven't seen genuinely half the roster. So, overall, balance seems like a big problem. Grind is a problem. Now, the third problem is question mark. The third problem is things that just don't make sense. AKA, oh, by the way, the reason I'm showing this mode off is because if you want to unlock characters, you're going to be playing this mode a lot. Funny enough, I actually like this mode. I think it's better than Mortal Kombat's single-player mode, Mortal Kombat 1. I forgot what it was called. It's so bad. I actually like this mode. I don't hate it yet. I feel like I could end up hating it because of how much you have to play it, but I don't hate it yet. I'm enjoying it somewhat, and you better get used to it, because if you want to grind for characters, this is how you do it, this single-player mode. Anyways, the third problem is question mark, and that is problems that didn't exist in the beta have just appeared. So the question mark stands for, how is the game objectively in a worse state than it was 6 months ago to a year ago when the beta was out? If you don't remember, this game had a beta that lasted for months. They shut down the beta for about, what, like a year or something? I don't know. And when they shut down the beta for a year, they said they would come back and launch the full game, and this is that launch. Problems that the beta didn't have. The beta was less grindy. Again, you see that I have Gizmo. I bought Gizmo and I never played him. I was comfortable with buying characters that I would never play in the beta. That shows you how much better the grind was in the beta, because now I would never do that. I would never waste that currency. But in the beta, who cares? You know, who cares? I even bought LeBron. I bought half the characters that you've seen me have just by playing the beta. So the beta was much less of a grind. So that's one problem the beta didn't have. Another problem the beta didn't have. Training mode had every character unlocked, and offline had every character unlocked, even if you didn't buy them. That's not the case anymore. You can't use every character in training mode, even if you don't have them. You can't use every character offline, even if you don't have them. You could do that in the beta. Another problem is balance. Let's not lie here. The beta was insanely unbalanced. But I feel the same way about the balance. So what I'm trying to say is, I can't see what they did. Because this game has problems that didn't exist before. So I don't really know what they did during all that time of being away. Because this feels almost the exact same as the beta, except it's a little bit slower and it's more grindy. It has more problems than the beta did. So I really don't know what they did. Yeah. Anyways, I've been yapping. That's my video. Should you play Multiversus? I would say yes, because it's free. Again, if I thought the game was hot garbage, I wouldn't have played it for as much as I did. I wouldn't be trying to get the Joker. I'm still trying to get the Joker. I'm still playing the game. But I don't think the game is going to last. In this current state, the game is not going to last. It's not going to be taken seriously competitively. I mean, how can you take this game seriously competitively when you can't even play competitive? How are you going to play this game in an offline tournament setting when you have to spend $200 to unlock every character, and you're going to have to do that on every single setup? It's not possible. Yeah. I would say play the game. It's free. If I didn't think the game was fun, I wouldn't have played it for as many hours as I did. I do think the game is fun when you're not fighting those annoying characters and when you are not worrying about unlocking another character, when you're just playing it, the game can be fun. So yeah. Anyways, I am disappointed with the game, but it's not hot garbage. I will say the game will be hot garbage if it stays this way. Anyways, like, sub. I'm going to be playing Homelander in Mortal Kombat. I'm going to be playing Slayer in Guilty Gear tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Multiversus. I'm going to be playing Street Fighter still with Akuma. I'm going to be playing Tekken when Lydia comes out. All that stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. Let me know how you think about Multiversus, and peace.